feature and a short.
Hello and welcome to Feature in a Short. My name is Justin Joseph Hall, owner of Four Wind Films and host of this podcast. Feature in a Short is an intimate documentary-style film event that features a short and a long-form movie and discussion. The theme song for Season 6 is Getting It Done by Kevin MacLeod. Today, we're featuring the longtime Minnesota actress, Shirley Vennard, who has spent decades on stage and on celluloid. She even starred in Four Wind Films award-winning short film Prologue, which is still touring. It will be playing at the Coney Island Film Festival in New York in September, and again at Kaufman Union at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities campus in October. If you'd like to see either of those tickets, write us at info@fourwindfilms.com. This is a special episode because we went live to the public at the Women's Club of Minneapolis in Minnesota. Shirley has been an incredibly talented actress for many years, and she thinks a lot about her roles and working with her, what she can delve up by using her own past experiences and going through them and the emotions in how her life relates to the scene. So for the first film, Shirley Vennard went looking for amazing actresses that she admires, and she ended up choosing an Oscar-nominated short called La Femme et la TGV, which in English is The Railroad Lady, which was an Oscar-nominated short in 2017. Here is Shirley Vennard on her intro to the short film.
So, when I got the assignment, show a film, one that you've been in, and I picked Kimiko, the Treasure Hunter, and one that you wish you'd been in. Well, having seen films from a tiny child, that was quite an assignment. I started with the actresses, the actors that I admired so much, and I was starting to think maybe I emulate them. Katharine Hepburn, who I named my daughter Kate after, was first on my list. Geraldine Page. I just went through this list of wonderful actors. None of these stars did short films. Well, you can imagine someone asking Katharine Hepburn, would you a short film for me? I beg your pardon. I believe I just finished The African Queen, so I don't really need to do a short film. But so I realized that maybe I'd go to Europe. We were educated in Fellini and Ingmar Bergman, so that's what I started to look for, was a European. And I got a list of short films, and the next night I sat down to look at them. And the very first one was La Femme, and it was glorious. And the next day I called Justin and I said, I found my short film.
After the film, we had a short discussion.
It's such a beautiful film.
Shirley, do you want to explain why you
Chose it?
Yeah.
The actor and the director and the filmmaker had put together and made an impact that was lasting. And I was beginning to relate it to Kimiko. She was a singer for years. From London, she went to France and was a chanteuse.
Banned by the Pope with her first hit.
You know more about Serge? They never married, but they had a child together. They were very leftist, weren't they?
Yes, I think they pushed boundaries quite a bit, those two.
Yeah.
I should say one thing too. The reason why she got banned by the Pope, if you don't know, in that song that she did, she fakes an orgasm during the song. So that's how she started her career before.
Couldn't wait.
So Shirley, a question for you. Did the Pope have anything to say to you when you played the part on the stage at the Cricket Theater? Cloud 9, which you had an orgasm on stage?
Cloud 9, yes. It's a wonderful show.
Was that because you made it too hot or what?
Well, it wasn't like Gene Birkin. No, Gene Birkin, no.
Next, we introduced the feature film in which Shirley Vennard played a strong leading role, and it's entitled Kimiko the Treasure Hunter, a movie that was based on a woman who saw the film Fargo and looks for the treasure that was buried in the snow in Minnesota. Kimiko the Treasure Hunter won the Special Jury Prize at Sundance Film Festival and also was the winner of the Austin Film Critics Association back in 2015.
Kimiko has a bunny that my granddaughter, when she was tiny, saw the preview and she said, "Tell me about the bunny." I said, "Be quiet, my scene is coming. Figure out the bunny yourself." I must say that Kimiko was difficult. It was western Minnesota, and I was driving, and the roads were terrible on Highway 394, and we'd shoot until midnight. But the last night was a terrible storm, and it was the last shoot of the film. So one of the crew drove me home because they weren't going to let me drive. So the next morning, this little car was driving along, and I hopped out and asked, "Was there a movie shot around here?" "Yes," she said. "Were you in that movie?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "That was the most exciting thing that's happened out here since the cow died on the highway." So that's my claim to fame.
During the screening, we served hot chocolate that Kumiko drank along with Shirley's character in the film, and beef chow mein. After the film, we had another discussion.
I just read some of the reviews. A New York critic said this was the best film he had ever seen at Sundance. You've seen it before, Justin, right?
Yeah, I've seen it before, yeah. I think she's great. I think it's very interesting, the two separate places that we go through, but it's all through one person's point of view. So it's kind of like a film noir in that way.
Thank you for listening to Feature in a Short. We are open for ad space. We have our listenership has increased up to 17K subscribers. We've already sold a couple ads for future episodes, and we also are going to be screening more and more in public. We will have a screening later in the year with Oscar winner Ellen Gusenberg-Kent at Nighthawk Cinema in Williamsburg. You will receive food, be able to watch 2 movies, and have a discussion with the director. Stay tuned for release of those tickets. And on top of that, we're planning to do more live events in Minnesota, New York, and possibly LA in 2023. As always, you can chat with us on social media at 4Win Films. That's at FOURWINDFILMS. In the forecast to look forward to, we want to mention that Marcellus Hall, an artist in New York City, our award-winning documentary series on a New Yorker illustrator and world-traveling musician from New York, will be playing at the Agan Art Film Festival near Silicon Valley, at the Deep Focused Film Festival in Williamsburg in Brooklyn, and it will play at the Minnesota Web Fest up in Duluth. Thank you so much for listening. Our audio and sound mixer is Brian Trahan. A special thank you to our lead marketer, Isabella Restrepo. And thank you again to the Women's Club of Minneapolis for helping us put on our first public event in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank you to my brother and my mom. Dakota and Dory Hall helped with tickets and the photos that were taken. So all the photos were taken by Dory and Dakota that you'll see for the event that you can see on our website. That's all. So I'll talk at you soon. Peace.